The question is, consider the following table of arrival time and burst time for three processes P0, P1 and P2. So for P0, the arrival time is 0 milliseconds, burst time is 9 milliseconds. For P1, it's 1 millisecond and 4 milliseconds. For P2, it's 2 milliseconds and 9 milliseconds. The preemptive shortest job first scheduling algorithm is used. Scheduling is done only at arrival or completion of processes. What is the average waiting time for the three processes? Option A 5.0 milliseconds, option B 4.33 milliseconds, option C 6.33 milliseconds, and option D 7.33 milliseconds. So it's given that shortest job first scheduling is used. So basically P1 will be given, since P1's burst time is 4 milliseconds, it will be given more weightage priority than P0 and P2. Between P0 and P2, since they have equal burst time, whichever arrives first will have more priority. So the arrival time, let us draw a chart of the arrival times so that we can go ahead and find the average waiting time. So at 0 milliseconds, P0 comes. So at 0 milliseconds, P0 arrives, and since scheduling is done only at arrival or completion of processes, right now scheduling is not done. That's why P1 is not the process running, P0 is running. At 1 millisecond, P1 arrives. And P1 should have higher priority than P0 because P1's burst time is lesser than P0, shortest job first scheduling. So P1 takes place and P1 finishes its job. It takes 4 milliseconds to complete. So at 5th millisecond, P1 will complete. At 2 milliseconds, P2 would have arrived, but P2's priority is lesser than P1, so no change in the order. Now P2 is ready to go, but P0 arrived before P2, so P0 will complete its job. So out of 9 milliseconds, P0 has finished 1 millisecond. So it has remaining 8 milliseconds. So 5 plus 8 is 13th millisecond. At 13th millisecond, P0 would have completed its job. Then P2 would do the rest. P2 has 9 millisecond burst time. So 13 plus 9 is 22. So at 22nd millisecond, the whole processes would have completed their jobs. Now to calculate the average waiting time, we basically need to calculate the waiting time of the individual processes and divide that by the total number of processes. So P0 initially does not wait for any time, but in the middle when P1 is executing, P0 basically waits from 1 millisecond to 5 milliseconds. So the waiting time of P0 is 4 milliseconds. P0's W. So that is waiting time of P0 is 4 milliseconds. P1 arrives at 1 millisecond and it finishes. So P1 does not wait at all. So P1's waiting time is 0 millisecond. P2 arrives at 2 milliseconds and waits till the 13th millisecond. So the waiting time of P2 is 11 milliseconds. So to calculate the average waiting time of the processes, we have to basically add the individual waiting times and divide that by the total number of processes. So 11 plus 0 plus 4 is 15. Average waiting time is equal to 15 divided by 3, which is equal to 5.0 milliseconds. So option A is the right option.